actually feels stable. The one at the gym's a bit, whoa. You know, after wear and tear, they get some of those commercial ones get a bit loose. The one at the gym's a bit, whoa, isn't it?
So you're saying you always do, or you do hyperextensions at the end of most back workouts?
Normally at the end, yeah. Normally even some days if I was to do partial deadlifts, where I get a lot of lower back work doing that, I might not, depending how it feels. But I like to do them just to stretch it out a bit and get the blood in there. So I prefer to do them at the end or towards the end. But if you do too many of them, then you've got a few more exercises to go. You're like, your lower back gets so pumped. So I like them. Normally body weight too. Sometimes get ready for shows, I'll hold weight and do them. But normally in the off season I just use body weight. My belly's enough to hold up. But even them you can do it. You do redo it. Make it strict, or like we were saying before with the side laterals. Arnold used to do, you could put this right down if you wanted. You could put your foot on this if it was down there. And do the old side laterals on the angle like this, like Arnold used to do. Stuff like that, but just put that down there so your foot's on it down there and lay there and do the old side laterals. And if you just want to really burn your rear delts, you could put it down a bit lower, and so about here's on here, you bend over here where it's super strict and do your rear delts. The way you can't cheat, some people cheat when they're doing their rear delts, but here you'd be pretty much just got to use the rear delt, which is just a small muscle anyway, so you don't need to go crazy heavy on it. I find most people doing rear delts, like they do it like that and squeeze it. You find most people start going too heavy and they start just rolling it like this. It becomes more of a back movement, so you just want to, it's almost like you're doing a fly, but if you're laying on a bench doing a fly that way, like you're hugging the tree, just stay in the same sort of motion when you're doing the rear delts this way, not pulling. More tips from Lee's Garage. This ain't a bad one attached to here, is it?
I found it finding it really working.
Yeah, better than the one at the gym. Yeah. That's what I noticed
That's
first
just
set.
like,
From the right angle, yeah. So mine is. But yeah, I understand the one at the gym's like, I think it's Life Fitness one. And here, yeah, this one here's like, the one at the gym rattles and moves, but this one's sturdy. It's almost like the leg extension upstairs. First set you get a pump, first set of this you get a pump, and the one at the gym you just, I get a head rush. Like I said, the basic things generally always work the best. You know, you can go into a gym and see all this fancy equipment. It looks good, looks fancy, looks nice and shiny, but probably 50% of it isn't practical. You know, it might be good for rehab or some older people who want to move, who don't move, they just sit home and watch TV, but for actually people who are really into training and serious about training, a lot of the equipment you see at some of these fitness centres isn't really practical. That's why it's best to stick to basics a lot of the time, free weights and stuff, or stick to good old basic equipment. That's why I said some of my favourite equipment used to be an old Universal multi-station or the Universal pieces, because they were just good old basic stuff that worked, had the right angles on it. You could feel the weight all the way through. There was no sticking point or no easy point. Then it got harder, it started off hard, then it would whack you in the face because it got easy. It was always the same feeling through the whole movement. So basics are best.